And on their own, these outfits are pretty cool, but I would never display them like this because the separate outfits that Tonner created for these dolls are to die for. Hello fellow Aussians, I'm the Louisiana Quadling, a Wizard of Oz collector and enthusiast, sharing with you my thoughts, my collection, and a little bit of my musical talent with all of you. And welcome to the channel. Today, we are yet again delving into the world of the Tonner Wizard of Oz dolls, and while I have looked at more of the traditional dolls that Tonner designed and sold, today we will be looking at a little something that makes their company a little more unique than a lot of the other doll companies that have produced Wizard of Oz dolls. Back in 2005, Tonner made his Wizard of Oz dolls fashion dolls. Now, what I mean by this is that he actually created separate wardrobes that you could buy and redress your Wizard of Oz dolls in. Sure, we've had other fashion dolls that were made. The most famous, of course, before Tonner was Mattel with their Barbie dolls, but that particular line didn't feature separate outfits that those dolls could be redressed in, and Tonner was really the first one to ever do this. So while you might be thinking that you would have had to have spent that $150 to get both Glinda and the Wicked Witch back in 2005, and then redress those into another outfit, Tonner had you covered back then, and he issued basic dolls, as he called them, of Glinda and the Wicked Witch. Now, of course, what does he mean by basic dolls? These are dolls that came in a simple outfit, were priced at a much lower rate, and were ready to be redressed into any outfit that you wanted. In a lot of ways, Tonner's basic dolls were a lot like the original Barbie doll that was issued back in 1959 with that now iconic black and white bathing suit. Glinda and the Wicked Witch were given this treatment, and those are the dolls that we'll be looking at today. Both basic dolls of Glinda and the Wicked Witch were released by the Tonner Doll Company in 2005. These dolls were originally open editions, meaning they were not limited, and they each retailed for $59.99 US dollars. These dolls came in a standard skinnier-sized Tyler Wentworth box with the pink and white stripe pattern on it with the Bubble Wizard of Oz logo. Both dolls are made of hard vinyl, stand 16 inches tall, and use that original Tyler Wentworth bendable wrist-sized body. They have 11 points of articulation at the head, shoulders, elbows, wrists, hips, and knees. Both of these dolls feature the exact same facial sculpts we saw on the dressed versions of Glinda and the Wicked Witch. While they might appear to be the same as their dressed counterparts, they are different in their face makeup and hairstyling. We'll first start with the basic Glinda. While her makeup is very similar to the dressed Glinda, the biggest difference is in her eyes. This doll has left glancing eyes, whereas the dressed version was looking forward. Her hair is also slightly different. The dressed version had a completely relaxed style, and this particular doll, the hair is pulled in the back. Now with the basic Wicked Witch. She actually does feature the exact same makeup as the dressed doll. The difference, of course, is in the hair. The dressed version has a bun, and this one has a ponytail, but the biggest difference, because I have seen some people take out the bun in the dressed doll, but the easiest way to spot it is really in these strands in the front. This doll features very, very long strands, whereas the dressed doll, it's much shorter and they come to about half the length of this doll. So that's a pretty easy way to spot whether you're looking at a basic Wicked Witch or a dressed Wicked Witch. So if you were to pick up a Tonner doll out in the wild and you're unsure of whether that doll you're looking at is a basic doll or a dressed doll, look at the hair and makeup. It's the dead giveaway as to which doll you have. I have seen people redress these basic dolls in the dressed doll outfits, meaning those classic Wicked Witch and Glinda outfits. Possibly the person bought them separately and then pieced them together. But if you, of course, want those to be the way that they were issued, take a look at the eyes and the hair. And on their own, these outfits are pretty cool, but I would never display them like this because the separate outfits that Tonner created for these dolls are to die for. Just you wait till we get to those. Now you can display them like this, that's perfectly fine, because these outfits are actually pretty cool in their own right, and definitely something that's completely unique to Tonner. And just like the dress dolls, these dolls also come with these ceramic yellow brick road stands. The only thing that I don't like is that they also come with the telescope pole stand. You can, of course, find another type of pole to switch this out with if you don't like this version. I don't like it because it's somewhat flimsy and the dolls are very prone to falling off. Tonner did improve on the pole that's issued with these stands in later releases. These dolls also came with paperwork, but it is the exact same paperwork that I looked at in previous videos. If you want to look at those more in depth, take a look at those videos. Now, if you were to add either of these two lovely ladies to your collection, how much should you expect to pay for them? Well, there is a little bit of a difference between the two. Glinda is the rarer of the two basic dolls. This is a result of non-Wizard of Oz doll collectors really loving this doll and redressing her into various different outfits that weren't necessarily Glinda related at all or Oz related. They just wanted the doll because they liked her. So there are less Glindas going around than Wicked Witches. The good news about the Wicked Witch is that you can possibly get her for the original retail price up to $100. Now, Glinda, on the other hand, is the pricier one. You will probably have to pay $100 to possibly $150 to get her. So if you want the basic Glinda, expect to pay more than the Witch. Be sure to check out my other videos on the other Wizard of Oz dolls from the Tonner Doll Company. Do you collect Wizard of Oz dolls? Let's have a discussion down in the comments section. And if you liked that video, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe. New videos are posted every 2 weeks on the 15th and last day of each month. And if that doesn't satisfy your appetite for Oz, follow the link in the description to ozclub.org and join the International Wizard of Oz Club. Until next time, bye y'all.